I think in this country right now, we have a ticking time bomb, and unfortunately that ticking time bomb are our kids. And you know, whether it's poverty, whether it's health care, whether it's the number of kids who are dropping out of school, we need to wake up and understand what's at stake.
We don't want you to scream before you hit the water because we're afraid that you're going to not have your breath.
I think we gotta, we really want that kind of,
So as soon as you hit the water, like,
we gotta want that.
really remember, try not to have the count.
This is going to be a smart campaign that's going to force people to pay attention, to listen to the facts. It's going to wake them up a little bit and help them understand that for decades we have been making bad decisions as it relates to America's next generation.
It's not only a play off of the words too big to fail, but it's also for kids facing the similar instances that they also need to be bailed out, essentially. They need attention.
You think about trying to get people to understand that children need help, but you don't want to do it in a way that's going to be completely off-putting, but you do want to be controversial enough that people are going to wake up and pay attention to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was putting them into a situation where they can relate to what we're trying to say, understanding if they have kids or even if they don't have kids, but do it like Michael said. For us it's always easy to push real far. What's hard is to find that place where you're actually affecting someone, but without pushing it to a place where they actually say, that'll never happen to me, or that'll never happen to my kid.
We also like the idea of the commercial. It's a really good idea, but for that idea to work, really has to draw the viewer in. They have to feel like this boy is drowning and that they want to kind of reach into the screen and save this boy.
Is it hard not to, when they get closer, is it hard not to look at it? Because is that kind of a weird thing? Is there anything in the pool that you can even see?
Success is going to take a long time to come in a campaign like Too Small to Fail. We have had years and years of basically not investing enough in America's kids and families. So first thing we need to do is we have to start having the national discussion. What do we need to do to make America's kids and families successful? This is just one commercial we're talking about today. This is not going to change the world, but if it sparks the beginning of that discussion, that's great. And if in a couple of years' time we start seeing a real discussion and solutions being talked about that are going to make our families more successful, increase investment in our kids, then we'll know we're having some success.
I hope this ad upsets people. I hope people look at it and say, whoa, what's going on here? What happened? And we should upset people because there's a crisis in this country with our kids. When we have the poverty rates that we do, when we have the millions of kids who are uninsured and don't have health coverage, when we've got too many kids that are dropping out of school, we better be frightened. And if this ad sort of pushes people back for a second and gives them a moment of pause, then maybe we're doing our job.